Hi Lafayette, I'm Fritz Sprague, Lafayette City Administrator. To say that 2020 was a challenging year is an understatement for all of us. I know you too have encountered many adversities and hardships from job loss, virtual learning, remote working, social justice, and political issues. Many of you have experienced the overall feelings of isolation and upheaval the COVID pandemic has unleashed. In March, when the city was first forced to begin closing down facilities, we had no idea the duration or unintended impacts this situation would cause. Despite all the negativity 2020 has produced, the city and our community have demonstrated a remarkable level of resiliency that will help us emerge from the pandemic stronger, more efficient, and better prepared to face future challenges. Join me in taking a look back at the successes we experienced in 2020.
We'll never be able to bring up the year 2020 without also talking about COVID-19. It continues to have a huge impact on us personally and as a city. Due to physical distancing during the pandemic, the city proactively streamlined and expanded our online business services. We added virtual building inspections to help keep residential and commercial projects on track. We introduced curbside pickup at the library. And living up to our commitment to the arts, we developed virtual exhibits and online art activities. When COVID forced some of our facilities to temporarily close down, our Human Resources Department formed a job bank to keep city staff members working in areas needing help. Unfortunately, for public health reasons, COVID restrictions required us to cancel many of our great community events. Some were able to adapt, like the farmers market, but we're hoping 2021 allows us to gather once again. And as you may know, the city suffered a vicious cyber attack that disabled our computer networks. While the interruption to service and restoration was challenging, our systems are now stronger and more secure than ever. As unconventional as 2020 has been, City Council kept Lafayette on track by focusing on the priorities it set at the beginning of the year. The 7 council members, with input from department directors, developed a list of the city's top 10 strategic priorities. They are: exhibit bold, authentic leadership, provide quality community amenities, create a city that's affordable, attainable, and just, be fiscally responsible, promote Lafayette's safe, welcoming, and inclusive reputation, strive for economic prosperity, deliver excellent city services and infrastructure, elevate Lafayette's environmental leadership, continue to make Lafayette a mobile and connected city, and promote our city's unique sense of place. In the midst of COVID, Council met again mid-year to reaffirm these strategic priorities and also identified 4 areas of emphasis to focus on to address social justice concerns and support for human services. They are: examine the city's public safety response and align them with community values and best practices. Determine an approach to increase support for human and mental health services. Focus on inclusionary zoning and mobile home park protections. Explore how to shape and attract development projects that reflect our diverse and unique character. In 2020, Council also guided the city through several major initiatives that supported their priorities. Organizing meetings between police and residents to address community relations. Ride Free Lafayette, a free bus service connecting people to places within the city. 2 rounds of small business emergency relief grants for assistance during the challenges of the pandemic. And an additional $100,000 contribution to community support agencies like Sister Carmen and Community Food Share. The business of the city didn't stop during COVID. Finding ways to safely and effectively work through the effects of the pandemic proved to be one of the city's strengths. The city made new hires in 3 key positions: the Deputy City Administrator, the Economic Development Manager, and the Sales Tax Manager, setting the stage for improved operational effectiveness and economic vitality. Work to advance the city's long-term planning projects continued in 2020. Through online opportunities, residents were able to provide input on both the sustainability and comprehensive plans. Both will be finalized in 2021. City Council approved the new Historic Preservation Plan that will assist to secure Lafayette's heritage for future generations. The city also finalized approvals to expand the 3-cart pay-as-you-throw compost service across the entire community, moving towards the city's ambitious waste reduction goals. Lafayette's incredible outdoor spaces took on an added value as residents engaged in healthy activities while social distancing during the pandemic. In an extraordinary move to dedicate open space lands, the city added 176 acres to its inventory of open space by finalizing the purchase of the Wanaka Centennial Farm and former Lowe's property. This area is a welcoming corridor, now preserved for residents and visitors entering the city from the east.
Hi Lafayette, I'm Mayor Jamie Harkins. I was first elected in 2017, appointed as mayor in December 2019, and will serve as your mayor through 2021. Wow, what a year 2020 has been. I know every one of you have endured many challenges and hardships throughout this pandemic, and many of us are still struggling. I've found one of the most impactful effects of this pandemic has been our inability to personally engage with one another. Lafayette is a thriving community because of our personal interactions and involvement. I think this disconnect made processing the pandemic and other national and local social issues even more difficult to navigate. I am so looking forward to interacting with you all in person again as soon as it is safe. Until then, we are Zooming and forging ahead to develop creative ways to move important projects forward with your involvement, like the comprehensive plan, the multimodal transportation plan, and strategic water infrastructure improvements. Stay well, Lafayette. We'll get through this together and emerge an even stronger community ready to tackle any challenges ahead.